We've seen a couple of changes to the power supply industry. Well, basically it was from Lian Li with those Velcro straps and giving you an option to basically place everything around the power supply, making it even better for cable organization. But regarding the quietness and all the other stuff regarding the modularity, it's been there for quite some time. Now, regarding this specific power supply, this is Lian Li RS1200G with RS hub, and it gives you an option to, well, invert or rotational shift the inlet. And that's something completely different. Now, when you have the connection type, there's connections all around the power supply because regular PCI EPS 12V2x6 they're all on the regular position. But when you rotate the inlet, you have 24 pin on one side and you have 24 pin on the other side. This is because it's compatible with standard and 90-degree power supply mounting. So we don't go too much into discussion without any meaning. Let's go and break it down why this power supply is actually so cool. So we have the fully modular power supply, 1000 and 1200 watts. We're having rotatable AC inlet and dual side 24-pin motherboard output, flexible cable routing. This is ideal for both back connect and tight builds. So this is quite outstanding. It comes in black and white. It is 80 plus gold, PPLP gold and Cybenetics gold certified, and you get loads of stuff inside the box. And I'm not saying like regular accessories, I'm talking about power supply vent covers and motherboard 24-pin covers. So when mounted in standard mode, the side of the power supply must be covered with a perforated plate to block the power supply mesh while allowing access to the motherboard's 24-pin. In rotated mode, the cover plate can be removed to expose the power supply exhaust mesh, and another plate can be installed to cover the unused ventilated mesh. Additionally, well, plastic covers can be added to block the unused 24-pin, which is now located on the AC inlet side. Installing the vent cover plate also secures the AC inlet and prevents any unwanted movement of the inlet while the power supply is in use. So we're having square form factor with 135mm cooling fan. When we're talking about the fan, we're having fluid dynamic bearing up to 2400 RPMs. It has the fanless mode, and the noise level on the 1000 watts is 36.21 decibels, while on 1200 watts is 36.27 decibels. The RS power supply is total square, 150, 86mm form factor, which not only does it support dual orientation layout, but also provides enough internal space to accommodate this fan. Now, going with the RS hub, the RS power supply supports this RS hub, and it can be attached to the power supply with a magnetic external module. In that sense, RS hub is detachable, and you have the possibility to connect it either directly to your power supply, which has the power supply power interface at the top. You have to remove the plastic cap, of course. But if you decide to remove it from the power supply and use it somewhere else inside the power supply shroud, you have the SATA power connector at the top on the opposite side of that power interface, which gives you an option to connect it quite easy. Of course, the USB 2.0 device sync port is on the far right side, which gives you an option to basically connect that port directly to your motherboard, and then you have 4 extenders, but you already know that. So you have 2 types of USB connections. You have USB to USB, which is designed for RS hub, and then you have USB to USB Type A, which is also designed for the RS hub, but you connect it at the back side of the motherboard. Now, for some details about the power supply, of course, we have industrial grade EPCOS capacitors in addition to the traditional Japanese ones. Now, these capacitors are smaller than the Japanese capacitors while delivering the same performance, and they are more robust with higher tolerance to temperature spikes, vibration, harsh environments, and wider temperature ranges. Now, for the 12V2x6, you might have seen the videos that I did for the SP and SX power supplies. They have literally the same connector type, which is in-house R&D 12V2x6 alloy copper soldered terminals. For the warranty, you have 10 years warranty for the power supply, and for the hub you get 2 years warranty. Now let's move to the cables. When we discuss the cabling in this sense, I do have to admit I do prefer the SP and SX braidness of the cables. This power supply also has them braided for the 24 pin, for the PCI Express, and for the 12V2x6. For the EPS and all the other SATA, Molex, and every other cable that there is, it's regular rubber cable. But you do get additional cable comms compared to those power supplies. So for the 24 pin, you get 3 of those. One is already pre-attached. You have to attach 2 additional ones. And then you have 3 as well for the 12V2X6. You have to attach 2 while the one is already pre-connected. So in that sense, you already get a scenario. You already know how to connect, well, basically place the cable comm on that cable. Now, for the prices, for the RS1200G in white, it's $184.99. The black version is $179.99. These are all MSRP prices. The 1000 watts with the RS hub is $160 and $4.99. The black one is $159.99, and without the hub, the white version 1000 watts is $159.99, while the black one is $154.99. For the cables, what we have is 24 pins 620 millimeters for the motherboard. CPU, we have 8 pins 700 millimeters and 4+4 pin, again 700 millimeters. We have PCIe 6+2 650, and that daisy chainable PCI 6+2, which is 650 plus additional 100 millimeters. 12V2X6 is 650, and we have 12V2X6 to 2 8-pin connector 650. Then we have SATA extender, which is 300 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15, and I'm talking about millimeters here. So this is a quite cool. Actually, I'm really digging this SATA connection. You'll be most likely shocked, but it's really nicely designed because it has all the SATA ports quite close, and you can really manage it quite nicely. Then we have the SATA Y, which is 375 plus 150, and it splits into 2. Then we have the regular SATA with 4 connectors, 400 millimeters plus 150, 150, and that goes the same thing for Molex, 500 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150. You can see here in the Lancool 217 Infinity that you can either place it like this, or you can rotate it here and then just reinvert everything when we're talking about the inlet. And well, basically you know everything from everything that I said so far. The only thing, when you're placing it like I did, you have to remove the hard drive cage because you can't connect the 24 pin. But then again, the hard drive cage can either be completely removed or placed on top of the other, so it gives you another option for that. This is a cool thing, I do have to admit, because with one power supply you're good to go with 2 different instances of positions, let's put it this way, because it's a rotational shift, as the RS stands for. You get the possibility with standard and 90-degree power supply mounting, which is amazing. And with that, I mean, there's nothing left to say. Lian Li is now reinventing power supplies out of a sudden, and we had like 4 power supplies from Lian Li, which gives you loads of options. We have that budget one, which gives you an option to go with the Velcro ties to strap around the cable, since it's non-modular power supply, and kind of gives you more cable management organization. We have the SP, which is for the SFX power supply for the SFF builds. Quite logical, 1000 watts, platinum, really small, compact power supply, shorter cables. Then we have the SX, which is again platinum power supply, which doesn't have these type of kicks like the RS. And then we have the RS, of course, which has the rotational inlet and gives you an option for multiple, let's say, positions of the power supply, depending on your chassis, depending on your cable management, and everything all together. Guys, thank you for watching today's video. The links for the RS1200G and all other instances, we have 6 of those, black and white. The links are in the description, as I stated. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, click the notification bell, and I'll see you next week in another one. Thank you, and bye-bye.